Hello, Alafia family. Hello, hello, hello. It's so good to see everyone. Claire Mood Ashe, good evening to you. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Ase Ire Movement Ministry. I give the highest praise to Funlayo, the chief priestess of Ase Ire, and to all the priests of the Ile. I am Sister Betsy, your movement leader. I'm a yoga instructor and Zumba teacher and a lover of the body, and I'm so grateful to be able to spend this time with you. So as you're coming in, if you haven't already, just drop a comment and let me know that you're here. It's so good to see everyone and have you all here tonight. Adeola Ashe, welcome, welcome. So good to have you. Remember to get your water to the side so that you can stay hydrated. And if it's in your practice for you to have like a prop, like a block or a pillow or a blanket or some comfortable socks or whatever you need to make this a wonderful experience, please make sure that you have those things around you. And as always, please make sure that you honor and are gentle with your body and are only moving as much as feels comfortable and in your range for you for this session today. So with that, we are going to get started. I'm really excited to be here with everyone. So let's get going. I'm going to start the music, and please start to settle into your comfortable space. If you want to light a candle or have your incense or however you want to create a space for you, this is the time to do that. So good to be with everyone this evening. Well, mom in evening time. All right, so we're going to get started. All right, so let's settle into our comfortable space, our comfortable seat, our Sukhasana, we call it. And as you're finding the space that feels comfortable to you, you might want to think about sort of moving away the flesh from your bottom. That lets us really sink our sits bones into the mat or your floor, or maybe you're even in a chair or on your couch, whatever in your practice today. And just taking a moment, as we always do, to just transition from whatever we were doing to this sacred, special moment for us to be together in community, for us to be connected, and especially for you to have this time for yourself, to have this moment of connection of your body, to be in movement, and to just be in a very sacred, gentle space for you. So as you're doing that, I invite you to bring the focus inward. So either finding a soft gaze on the floor or even gently closing your eyes if that feels good for you. You can let your hands lay on your knees with the palms facing up if you're feeling like you want to be in a place of receiving, or with the palms down for a more grounding moment. Certainly you can just leave them in your lap as well. And just taking a moment to notice. Finding stillness, finding the moment to just be with yourself, and starting to tune into the breath. What are you noticing as you're breathing? Is your breath quick? Does it feel labored? Is it slow? How are you experiencing the breath at this moment? I invite you to place one hand over your heart and the other on the belly as a way to really connect with the breath inside. Seeing where it lands. We're going to open our practice with 3 collective breaths together. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more breath, biggest breath of the day. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling with an audible sigh. Nice. Taking a deep inhale, gently lifting the gaze upwards, opening up through the chest, opening up through the heart center. Exhale, dropping the chin to chest. Head hangs down. Focus is down. Bringing the awareness and attention to the back of the neck. Feeling what that feels like behind you. Inhale, rolling to one side. Exhale, dropping the head behind you. Inhale, bringing it around to the other side. Exhale, chin comes to chest. Going to the opposite side. Inhale, head comes to the side. Exhale, dropping the head behind you. Exhale, around to the opposite side. Inhaling here, exhale, chin comes to chest. Bringing the head back up to neutral and just giving yourself some gentle shoulder rolls. Starting to warm up the shoulders and the upper back. And reverse. Shaking and wiggling it out. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, releasing one hand down to one side. Hand comes over your ear. Inhale. It's an invitation just to gently open across the chest. Gaze comes up. Just to expand across the chest, inviting in and opening up from that heart chakra, the chakra of loving kindness and devotion. Inhaling here, exhale, coming back towards the side. And what we're going to do is round around and just releasing those legs so that the front leg is sort of going towards that knee, making a little bit of a triangle in front of us, opening up from the hip center here. So bringing the hip forward, inhaling and then exhaling, relaxing that hip back, pulling it back, but we're not going to lift off in the front, just letting it rest back. Inhale, pressing forward. Exhale, release. Opening up those hip flexors. Inhale, pressing forward. Exhale, releasing down. From here, we're just going to walk the hands in front on this angle so you're coming over that front knee. And just letting the head hang. Inhale, rolling back up the center. Coming back to our Sukhasana, our neutral position. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, release down to the opposite side. Letting the head hang, letting gravity do its thing. As you exhale and release, just letting everything hang over, releasing tension. Inhale, again, an invitation opening up through the heart center across the chest. Gaze lifts up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, coming back to that neutral position. Inhale, lifting back up to center. Untucking those feet, front foot is going to come into that back knee. Hip is pushed forward, pressing through, bringing some space to that hip flexor, and then release. Inhale. And releasing down. Last time, inhaling, pressing through the hip. Exhale, release down. Walking the hands out over that front knee, letting the head hang. Inhale, coming back up to center, finding our Sukhasana again. Inhale, arms stretch out wide. Fingers are going to stretch. Really taking an inhale, gaze up towards the sky, just being expansive and wide, opening across that chest. Exhale, wrapping one hand on top of the other, giving ourselves just a gentle hug. And if you'd like, you can add a little rock to that embrace. A reminder to be as loving and as kind and as caring to ourselves as we are to those we love and to those who love us. Inhale, stretching the arms wide. Exhale, opposite hand comes across on top. Embracing ourselves. Giving a gentle rock if you'd like. And this can also be an opportunity if you want to set an affirmation for yourself or a reminder or a way to acknowledge all the things that you're doing for yourself. Deep inhale. Arms come up. Exhale, flexing the hands in front. All the ways we show up for ourselves and don't give ourselves enough credit. Flipping that palm. Just stretching through the forearm. So my offering to you of an affirmation is that you are exactly where you need to be. You are worthy. You are deserving of love. You can receive love and you can give love. Bending back just for some extra stretch. Opposite side. And a reminder to just tell ourselves that we're doing the thing. We're doing what we need to do. We show up for ourselves in the best way we can with what we have. And that's enough. Flipping the hand back. So we're just going to tuck it in this way. Great. Releasing down, shaking out the hands, shaking out the wrists. Maybe doing some wrist circles. Opposite way. Shoulders again, front and back. Coming into our tabletop position, so we're going to transition. Knees are stacked below the hips. Hands are beneath the shoulders. Spine is in a neutral position and our gaze is just directly out in front of us. So we're not going to be looking up or down, but finding a neutral pose in the neck and the spine. Tapping those feet just to wake them up. We know that they're there. And maybe just doing a few presses into the floor, into your mat with the hands. Again, just an acknowledgement of the grounding, of feeling rooted, of feeling secure. Something is beneath you and it's holding you up as you hold yourself up. Good job. Inhale, dropping the belly, gaze is up. For our cat pose, going into our cat-cow series. Exhale, doming the spine. Tucking the chin into the chest. Really pushing away from the mat or your floor. Finding that curvature of the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. Gaze comes up. Exhale, doming the spine. Chin comes to chest. And we'll take a few cycles of breath here on your own time, really experimenting with the curvature of the spine, the undulation through each vertebrae as we warm it up. And inviting in some additional movement. And maybe you move from side to side or start to make some big circles with the hips. Using the breath on that inhale and exhale. Making some circles with the body. Maybe you reverse. And taking about 2 more rounds of inhale and exhale here. Coming back to our neutral position, gaze is straight out in front of the fingers. Flexing in the toes, really stretching out the balls of the feet and the metatarsal. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So taking a deep inhale, exhale, just gently pressing up through the hips, letting the heels fall towards the floor wherever they land, pushing away from your mat. Knees are soft and bent. Taking your time to let the heels fall. Maybe you pedal them out or bend, experimenting with bending and straightening through the legs. You also can shake the head no or yes, inviting some movement in the neck. And then inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, lifting through the hips, heels drop towards the floor. Softness through the knees. We're not hyperextending here, pushing away the mat. Inhale, bending the knees, looking in between the hands, walking up towards the top of the mat, letting the head hang over. You can cradle the arms in the elbows and letting the body just hang. Perhaps you rock from side to side, again shaking your head no or yes. Releasing all the tension, everything away. The posture that reminds us to physically and mentally release everything that doesn't serve us. Inhale, hands come to calves. We're going to find that like tabletop position again in a halfway lift. And then exhale, release down. Inhale, gently bend the knees. Arms come up overhead. Palms kiss. Hands come down through the heart center. Try that again. Inhale, arms come up overhead, palms kiss. Exhale, release down. Swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Hands come to the mat. Gently bending the knees. Inhale, release up, palms kiss. Taking a gentle hinge backwards. Coming up to standing, hands come through the heart center. Letting the hands release down. We're going to go through that one more time and see if you can see me better this way. Inhale, arms come up overhead, palms kiss. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, gently bend the knees, arms come up overhead. Releasing through the heart center. Stepping your stance wide. Hands come out to the side, dropping down. Arms lift up on the inhale. Pressing palms away. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Pressing palms away. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. This time we're going to melt down. Knees bend, elbows bend. Everything hangs overhead. Last thing to come up. Hands come up overhead. Bending. Collapsing down. Hands come to your waist. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, gentle twist. Just trying to keep the hips forward. Chest is on a diagonal. And let's hinge over. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Head is last to lift. Coming back through center. Inhale to the opposite side. Exhale, chest leads, hanging over. Gently rolling up. Head is last to come up. One more time, hands come up overhead, melting down to the floor. Staying right here, letting the hands plant right in front of you. Knees are bent. We can just take a few little pulses here just to feel our way into this deep plie or squat. Whatever your comfortability is, if it's in your practice tonight to go a little deeper, then you can kind of press the elbows into the knees, pressing against them just to find some space between the thighs, rocking from side to side. There you go. Pressing through those hips, lifting up, head hangs over, gentle bend to the knees, rolling up. Head is the last to come up. Heel toe the feet together. And we're just gonna start to walk in place. This is the time where we're gonna start to take it up just a little bit in a few moments. Really pressing through the hip. So as we're going from side to side, finding that undulation that we did in our back, but through the hip. Here we go. All right. So if you have your space in front of you, if you have a mat or something, I'm going to invite you to kind of put it to the side. We're going to start to take up our energy right here. It's just going to make this a little louder so you can hear the music. And certainly follow along. Or if you want to have your own dance party, you can do that too. Here we go. Step in front. Hey. Step in front. And back. Let's do it again. And back. Up. Hey. Step in front. Here's a variation. Up. Up. Hey. All right. Let's get some water. Take a water break. Let's take a water break. You're gonna get this. Step in front. Back. Single, double. Stepping out and in. Coming up. Hey. Up. Woo. Hope y'all getting it moving. Up. Up. Hey. All right, y'all. Good job. Good work. Good work. Hope everyone is feeling a little bit more heat in their body. And so if you have a space that you'd like to return to, this would be the time. As we start to take it down, I'm just gonna drop this in. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Whoo! Just gonna take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, left arm comes up overhead. Right hand is on the hip, taking it over to the right side. Side stretch. If you'd like, you can bend that right leg. Forearm comes to thigh. Extended side angle. We got into a kind of a funky way. It's okay. Coming up, hands meet at the top. Dropping over to the opposite side. Bending in that left leg. Forearm comes to hip. Meet thigh. Nice. Inhale, both arms come up to center. Exhale down. We're going to make our way back down to the mat. Bringing one foot in towards your middle. One leg is extended out. Inhale, arms come up. We're going to do the same kind of thing, but on the floor. Elbow and forearm drop to that leg, to the mat. Doing the same thing, just in a seated position. Need to regulate my breathing. And similar to what we did when we first started, we're going to flip over. That back leg is going to flip around, so we're sort of in almost a half split. Arms lift up, inhale, exhale, folding forward, reaching out over that front leg. And again, the hands can land wherever they may. If you need a prop or something to rest on, that's fine. Chest is going to fall towards the leg. And noticing as you're inhaling and exhaling that on the inhale, perhaps your back rises as the oxygen and air fill up across your back. And as you exhale, naturally, your chest is going to fall towards the leg. Inhale, walking the hands back up towards the middle, bending that front leg as a way to transition, opening up to the opposite side. Inhale, arms come up to center. Exhale, releasing down to the other side. Feeling whatever sensation you might experience along the side of the body. Inhale, both arms come up, flipping that back leg around again, so we're almost in a half split. Arms come up overhead. Inhale, exhale, reaching out way past that front foot. Chest comes down towards the leg. Inhale, walking the hands back up to center, untucking that back leg. Just coming to a butterfly. Soles of the feet are together, hands are on the ankles, and just gently pressing the elbows into the knees. If you'd like, you can drop the head forward and dome in the spine. letting the head hang. Again, the physical reminder of releasing all that doesn't serve us. When we release what doesn't serve us, it just creates space to invite all that does serve us. Gently rolling one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to come up. Pivoting around. Feet are planted on the floor. Knees are bent. Arms stretched out. Inhale and then exhale, gently rolling back. One vertebrae at a time. As we lower to the mat, taking our final stretches before we come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Right foot is going to cross over that left knee. And if this is comfortable, you can stay here. Or if you'd like, lifting that left knee, hands feeding through. You kind of created sort of the number 4 with your legs. And just hugging in from the back of the thigh into the chest. Releasing the hands, dropping that left foot, switching sides. Again, if this feels comfortable, absolutely fine staying here. An invitation if you'd like, lifting that right foot, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh, and just hugging in from the back of the thigh. You can add a gentle rock or make some circles, giving a little massage to the lower back. And releasing down. Now lifting in both knees into the chest. Hands are on the knees and just taking gentle circles. Giving some attention to the lower spine, the lower back. And reverse. Hugging in those knees one more time. And then letting them release down. Finding our final resting pose. Legs are long. Hands come over the head. A final stretch. Heels all the way to fingertips. And then releasing and relaxing down. Hands are alongside your body. Palms are facing up. Letting the feet hang to either side wide. Just as we started, finding that moment, the stillness, the calm in our bodies, the calm in our minds. And we'll start the journey to release and relax all parts of the body. Starting with the crown of the head, that beautiful crown that sits on top. Picturing either oozing honey or warm light encasing your head behind the eyes, behind the nose, behind your mouth, through the jaw. maybe even parting the lips to release tension in the jaw, and releasing down through the neck, through the shoulders and upper back. Maybe you even feel those shoulders just drop, even slightly. Releasing through the arms, through the wrists, through the fingers, across the chest and ribs and belly and hips and pelvis. Releasing through the thighs and the knees and the calves and the ankles and the feet. Whatever you're imagining, whether it's a warm light or oozing honey or whatever you picture for yourself, it's just covering through your body to release tension and to invite stillness. Coming back to the breath when we need to refocus our thoughts and our mind. When outside thoughts come, as they will, and we just acknowledge them without judgment and move them along like clouds. And when you feel ready, we'll bring our awareness and attention back to our space by gently inviting some movement in the fingers and toes. Extending that movement to ankles and wrists. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side, laying on a bottom arm, finding this fetal position as a resting place before we come to our seated position. This position also being a physical and mental reminder that we can start new. Things can be reborn. We can be reborn in the ways that we want to at any given moment. At any moment we can choose a new path, a new direction, and be able to start over. And when you're ready, using that front arm for support, coming back up to a seated position, like how we started, moving the flesh away from our bottom, Coming into our Sukhasana, our easy seat. With hands either palms down for grounding or facing up to receive. Those beautiful words, a beautiful chorus that's playing, I hope you can hear it. I feel peace, I am safe, I heal from a whole place. Just taking it in. I'm a radiant being of light and healing. I feel peace, I am safe, I heal from a whole place. We'll close our practice, as always, with 3 collective breaths. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart center. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last breath, biggest breath of the day. Inhale. Exhale with an audible sigh. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you be free, and may we all live and work towards liberation. Ashe. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the experience together and that you'll join again and I will be able to see you again. All right, Claire Mood, so glad the heart was pumping. Yes, I hope everyone had a lovely experience. If you are feeling inclined, I lovingly invite you to make a donation. My information is below. I hope you all enjoyed our time together. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon next week. Thank you so much. Ashe. Enjoy, everyone. Bye. Thank you.